Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Sang, the Alcoholic. It's my first video I'm putting up. Um, Decided to work on a Berserker. Got myself a troll here. She's lovely. Initially I was doing a Volshire, and I decided I've done Volshire before. Got to like level 14 or so. And for the sake of the channel, I have a habit of hopping around to different classes, so I figured I continue with the Berserker at level 1 and try Troll for the regeneration process ability. And I'm always playing a good character, not an evil character. Uh, I know Troll's not liked in many places, so that put a little challenge on me. So I wanted to have the obstacle in my way, so I didn't have to. I didn't go to Kinos and and do the knolls and level up real fast or whatever. But I did make her agnostic, so it makes it a little bit easier on me. So I can, I might be able to work on faction a little bit and get to some other places that normally trolls would not be able to go to. Um, I know what's his name, Dragon Slayer. I've been watching his videos. I know he doesn't like the new models. I don't really care for him too much either, but from come from P99 and come to the server, I kind of want to soak and swim around in the newer graphics and models for a while. I don't play on live or anything, so it's an opportunity for me to. It's kind of stupid how they did all new models except for the guards. Some of the guards. That's dumb. Anyway, I want to explore some of the new world. Well, what's new to me compared to P99. They've been affiliates, and I don't hate on them for that. P99 is an awesome server. Um, but I decided to check out this server because it's very similar to P99. So anyway, that's a conversation for later. I don't want to bore you guys to death. So yeah, it's my Berserker. The reason why I made a Berserker is because when they first came out on live back in the day, I didn't like them. I thought it was just another melee class and basically a warrior or whatever, and I wasn't not really my thing. I gave them a shot on the server because I was bored one day, and they're actually pretty cool. They really are, excuse me, they really are glass cannons, but they're also a lot of fun. I've only played with myself. I haven't been in a group. Excuse me. Wow. But I'm actually having a lot of fun playing the class. So um, decided for this video I was gonna make a level 1 and see how far I can get. I'm hoping to get the higher levels. Level 30, I decide if I want to keep going or not. So anyway, I'm gonna get myself situated here, and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm out into swamp now. Um, what I wanted to show you guys was if you never played Berserker before, uh, you're probably like lost. You don't know. All you know is you're gonna do melee abilities, and the one thing they're known for is throwing weapons. Um, you're going to use two-hand slash, blunt, and piercing weapons. So you can't use any one hand anything. I think you get hand to hand. Yeah, you get hand to hand. Initially, I was gonna do a Volshire and Volshire. I think they get, if I remember correctly, I think they get a bonus in their damage with hand to hand, but I could be mistaken. I know initially on live they had something like that, but whatever. But anyway, um, when you play as a melee class, in this case we're talking about a Berserker, you get tombs, and that's like almost like get the spell. You get maybe 1 to 2 tombs that give you combat abilities. And at level 1, they started you off with one of the books there, which was the Corroded Axe. Uh, Basically, these are like axes that I can make. It's basically almost like a recipe for an axe that I can make, and I can throw at people or throw at mobs. Um, in order to do that, though, I have to have um, I think they're called blunt axe sticks or something like that. And you basically click it, and it makes it. You get a stack of 20 sticks, and every time you make use the skill, you make 20 throwing axes, and that's pretty cool. And they're actually pretty strong. Like this axe right here, at least for level 1 or a low level. I'm at 33 and 6. 33 delay, 6 damage. The axe I actually make from the corroded axe ability is, I think it's 6, but I think the delay might be 40 something, I believe. I gotta double check that. But anyway, it's just as strong, and with my strength, and I think dexterity helps too. I actually do almost just as much damage as I do when I'm meleeing, like fighting hand to hand. So, anyway, a Berserker is basically a damage dealer, glass cannon. They can take a lot of hits for a bit, more than like a wizard, who would be another glass cannon, which is with magic. Um, but they are no way really like a tank. Like you wouldn't consider like a ranger. I guess it'd be similar to a ranger or a rogue, but I think they can take more hit points than a ranger and a rogue. But they, I'm sorry, more hits than a rogue probably. But probably not as well as a ranger. I could be mistaken again. But they are meant for damage, but not necessarily for being tanks. Not to say they couldn't hold it down a little bit, but they would not be the best. So, anyway, I'm sorry, I'm just standing around looking and talking. I want to hurry up and get on this. I'm trying to catch up to Dragon Slayer. Not that I had plans, like me and him were planning on doing anything together, but I'm kind of following his videos and stuff, and I kind of, it's a coincidence I happen to do Troll too. But I know he's doing the Shaman build, and I think he's level 9, 10. I was watching this video earlier, and I don't remember. And I want to catch up to him. And maybe you match our videos up. Maybe I'll keep up with him and doing that. But I am an alcoholic, so I might be playing this today, and tomorrow you might see me on a mage or something. So that's part of the reason why I want to make this video, is because I want to keep myself disciplined and stay with a character and work my way up and then move on to something else. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started here, start leveling up. I do want to get into questing, but I don't have the patience for it unless it's for something I really, really want. And on this server, which I've done on P99, I do want to go work on a Shadow Knight and get that two-handed slash weapon in Stoneburnt Mountains that has life tap on there, or leech or something like that on it. And I know I want to get Wakazashi Frozen Sky Swords. I might mess up that name, but out there. And if you haven't guessed yet, I like Iridites, and I will probably be heading over to Iridan or Pineal at some point with this character, because I want to hang out in that area. And then I want to move into Lupin. I missed a lot of Lupin when it came out back in the day, and coming on this server really, really gives me the opportunity to go do that, and then I can check out the Plane of Justice and all the other planes and stuff. I do remember playing Justice. I hung out there for a little bit on live. So, yeah, a bit of reminiscing to do, and a lot of places to explore. I'm just chilling in the water. I do like frog locks in this game too. That's so cool. Gosh, Natasha's just chilling, huh? But anyway, my plan right now is to make a little cash and get myself some bags. I'm doing the basic P99 thing, or Everquest thing. Make a little cash, get some bags. I need to get some bandages, get my little supplies going. Then I think what I normally would do is craft myself some armor. I'll probably head out to Karanas, or maybe Necklace, Leptolis Forest, and kill some bears. I think I'll get some fur that way and make myself some fur armor. Or not fur armor, leather armor. I can't stand the way that runs from the back. That is so annoying. From the side, it looks like, yeah, that looks like a troll. The back, that looks annoying. I can't stand that. Some of these animations are kind of half-assed, I think. Tell me she's not look cool. It's creepy looking. Like your nightmare. Anyway, I would hang out here, but I really hate this place. I'm gonna run to somewhere else. But first, I'm gonna go to Plane of Knowledge and bind myself. And for those of you who may be coming from P99 or yeah, I guess P99 because all those servers have all the expansions and stuff. But Plane of Knowledge is like the hub where everybody you get all your skills and everything, and spells, most of your spells, and you can bind there. I think every city has a binding place, but I usually go to Plane of Knowledge that way. If I die, I'll just be at the main. Oh, of course you're there. If I just get to that freaking book, come on, baby, go get it. Whew. Made it. So, sorry, had to get out of there. That's awesome. Well, it's a chance for me to work on my bind wound. Now, my small experience in I don't need that really. My small experience in playing a Berserker, I learned that bind wound is an important skill to use or have, because I'm gonna get punched a lot. I'm gonna get hit a lot. And it's almost something like it's a necessity to have this skill. Dang, region is so crazy on this server. At least it feels that way. My square is almost dead. I mean, I only have 34 hit points. I guess that makes sense. Raw score. Does it see my haste is 100%? That can't be right. Should the speed at which you attack the base is. Oh, the base. Okay, I got it. Anyway, that's another reason I wanted to regen. I played a barbarian, and I played Valshir, Beast Lord, or I'm sorry, Berserker. And as I'm getting beat up a lot, I noticed that the downtime kind of sucks. You do get like a rejuvenating spell or a skill later on. I think at level 13 or 14, I think. Maybe it's 12. That kind of helps you regen. It's not for a whole bunch, at least at this level, but it does help. But I imagine that, and it's only, and I think the recharge on that skill is like 5 minutes or something like that. But anyway, I need money. The regen on a troll. If I could be XR, I'd be an XR. But the regen on a troll plus that skill will help me have less downtime, and which means I can keep kicking butt. So I need money. So sorry if I'm distracted. Might be rambling a lot. I didn't think it would be so hard to talk about what I'm doing and keep my thoughts from falling out my mouth while I'm trying to play Everquest. Multitasking, it's not really my thing. So I'm either gonna get quiet or I'm gonna be talking too much about nothing. So sorry if I'm boring you guys. But I want to hurry up and get to a point where I'm getting something going here. I don't want to sit here and be standing in one place talking about nothing and doing nothing. Now, I'm no pro gamer, but I do learn some of the tricks of this game, and one of them is the rats, at least in Kanos and Freeport, drop the plague rat tails, except for 1 platinum, and that's some decent cash to get me going, so I can get my other combat ability, which is like, I think I need to get throw stone or something like that, and I can get some bags. So that is my plan right now. And I am agnostic. Let me see how the guards see me here. They probably hate me. Got my stinky troll. Let's see. Blair. 13. Yeah, they don't like me. That's alright. Oh no, this fool will look at me. There's a troll over here. Or not troll, but no. Okay. Oh well. Let's go ahead and start working on some kills, 'cause I need some money. See, look at that damage. 12, 12, 12. Not too bad. Now, the only thing is, I can't sell here, so maybe I shouldn't pick that up. I should probably just get the tails and call it a day. I get my little tails here, and I go sell in Plane of Knowledge. If I can find a tail, I'll get it first. The one thing I learned about P99, or Everquest, I keep saying P99. Everquest is pick up basically everything and sell it until a point where you have some money, you don't have to worry about it. But if you're ever at a place and you're just killing stuff and like, oh, that's worthless, guess what? All that stuff adds up. And a lot of humanoids have cash. That little couple silver and a couple gold here and there, it all stacks up. And the one thing about Berserkers is that they're pretty strong, so I can carry a whole lot of stuff. I just need the bags. Now, I haven't seen too much on the server where people are selling bone chips and stuff like that. I guess the era has kind of gone past that. No one really. I haven't seen too much social stuff. Right here is my out of character and auction. People talk about auction stuff here too. And you'll see there's not too many people auctioning stuff here because you can go to Bazaar. So if they are auctioning anything, it's usually advertising for their vendor in the Bazaar. Well, you know what I do like about the server too is that they added graphics to cloth armor. I don't know if you saw when I put that sleeve piece on. Let's see here. Moves out the way. I see my arms. Take it off. Bam. Bam. I do like that they added graphics for cloth armor like that. Now, if you're a caster, now you don't look like you're naked the whole time. You'll actually look like you have some gear on, which is kind of cool. All right, level 2. Oh, and also if you come to the server, now it could be an error thing. I don't know, but I do notice that the experience moves a little bit faster. Now, it's not over the top. Don't get me wrong. It's not like some of these servers, which I'm not hating on. They're built for their reasons, but it's not like you kill 2 things, you're automatically level 20, real quick. They don't start you off with an epic, you don't get, 300 bandages, you don't get a whole bunch of food or whatever, you don't get a free bag. I think matter of fact, you do. I think you have a free bag in your bank. Unless I'm thinking about another server, because I played on Lazarus too. I think Lazarus might have it, so I might be tripping. But anyway, they don't give you a bunch of free stuff. It's basically, this is P99. Think about it as P99, but you have other expansions other than Villius now. So it's kind of like that, and also you can box on the server. Now that could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. To me, it's 50-50 because people are not playing together. People rather just box and play by themselves. And I get some of it's because the population is not that big, but that's also people who actually rather prefer that because they don't have to depend on nobody but themselves. And for me, I see it as a good thing because it's not so I can box, but since I'm an alcoholic, if I want to play another character and I don't want to bother with nobody and trying to pay somebody to power level me, I can actually take another character to help. If I have a druid or a shaman or cleric or whatever, I can actually level up a character without bothering anybody or paying anybody to do it. Like I have a level 14 shaman, which is not really high, but compared to a level 1 beast lord, I've used them a couple times to help level up a couple characters. Now with this character, I don't plan to do that. I plan on just leveling my way up. I'm basically following the same thing that Dragon Slayer is doing on his page, on his channel. And not really so much self-found. I'm really just taking my time, leveling up, and finding my way. I don't want to, and I will go to the bazaar. I will buy stuff there, but it won't be like I'm not going to be decking myself out with stuff from other characters. I do have a better two-headed weapon that I can use, but I find if I do that, I spread my quote-unquote wealth too thin between my characters, and I won't have a character that really has any gear on them. I'll always have like one weapon. One character has a good chest piece. One character has a good ring. One character has a good weapon or whatever. So what I would like to do is spend my time and actually put all my concentration into this character. Oh, cool. Tell right here. Which means I can I want to put all my effort into this one character and level up. I was thinking about doing a bard because a bard would probably be a better idea for soloing, not for necessarily. So that should be about 2 platinum. That should be enough to give me a couple of bags. I'll go for one more. Yeah, I'm not planning. I don't want to swarm kite with a bard. Bard is like one of my favorite classes. It used to be mage. That used to be my OG bread and butter class, and it kills me when I watch people play them today because I feel like people just just send my pet in and I'll sit here and watch and I freaking can't stand that ever. Oh, that's a whole nother rant. I'll get into that later. But and then Ranger is my second one, and Bard is now my third favorite class. Well, actually, well, it was. Now it's. I think Bard's more of my. Oh, I can't wear this. Wait, how can I wear the sleeves? That's gotta be a bug. The sleeves are small. I'm pretty sure trolls were large. And because this is small, right? That's medium. Wait. Doesn't make so I can wear small, but I can't wear medium. That don't make no sense. Let's just get rid of these bone chips because that's why I should be worth money. Anyway, I'm sure there's some bugs on the server, but that's alright. I haven't seen anything too out of whack. There's nothing like crazy. Like I don't know. I mean, I've only played on the server for like 2 or 3 weeks, and that's with in between work and stuff like that. Oh, cool. Got another bump. So I can get rid of that for. All right. So that's enough for me to get out of here and make some money. But yeah, I only played for 2 or 3 weeks, so I haven't seen a whole lot of server. My highest level character on my other account is like level 14. Actually, I think it's on this account, level 14. So I haven't seen a whole lot. I've been watching Dragon Slayer play on the server, and that's what actually inspired me to play. He posted a video a long time ago, over a year ago, and I saw it, and I was like, that's cool, but it's not P99, and I kept doing my P99 thing. And one day I sat there, I was getting bored with P99, and I thought about going live, and I was like, no, I'll never do that. Because I did it back in the day, and now that I'm older, I don't think it's worthwhile. I'm sorry if you hear my chair and everything. Like my chair is very noisy. And I'm working on getting a microphone that hopefully isolate all the sounds. But anyway, this server is I lost my train of thought. This server is basically P99, and it's not like live where you have mercenaries walking around and everything's handed to you and all that stuff. I do like this. I saw on Dragon Slayer's video that I guess the original Cooper or Copper Mart person had passed away, and I guess they're one of the GMs on the server. So as a memorial, they put their character up here, just for remembrance, which is kind of cool. And I'm not sure about these 2 guys. I don't know if they were people who left or they passed away as well, but I guess they did the exact same thing. So there is a bit of a legacy to the server. People who are behind it who actually supported it, so that's pretty cool. And I have run into one of the GMs before, which is really cool. I hadn't seen that in P99 other than them running around, but this one came directly to me one day. I was in Kern's Tower, and what am I doing? Oh, I'm trying to get back here. So I was in Kern's Tower, and I was helping my bard level up with my shaman. And again, we can box on the server. I think you can do 3 characters, but anyway. And I was getting my butt kicked by a skeleton, and I zoned with both of my characters. the game crashed, and I was like, oh man, that was weird. I guess the game just crashed. Whatever. I'm playing on Linux, just so you know. I'm playing on Pop Linux. So I figured maybe something to do with my wine emulator acting up or something. I don't know. So I log back into the game, go back, log in both my characters, go back into current, and I see out a character, which I thought they were talking to somebody else. It said, "Hey, what was that or what happened?" And I'm like, "All right, they must be talking to somebody else." Then I looked up and I realized the person standing in front of me was like a little gnome, showed up, and I noticed he had the light green text like a GM, and I was like, oh, it's a GM there. So I was like, oh, I guess he's hanging out doing stuff. So I started to run away, but I realized the person when he said what happened, it was him. Then he said not a character, and then he said it in local. Hey, what happened here? So I was like, oh, he's talking to me. I said, I don't know what you mean. He said, I saw the the zone crash. I was like, oh. I said, I thought it was just my game. I said, well, he's like, what were you doing right before it crashed? And I said, well, I was fighting, and I had, this thing on me, a skeleton on me, and right when I was hitting the zone line, the game crashed. He's like, hmm. He's like, what songs you have playing? So I told him, I can't remember what it was. Like, Jonathan something, and I think I had a damage song going off or something like that. And he said it could have been that. He said, I have to look at the logs. And I was like, okay. So he's like, did you notice anything else weird going on? I was like, no, I didn't. So he's like, okay, well, if you notice anything, you see anything happen here, let me know. I'm like, yeah, we'll do. So, oh, and then I told him too. I said, well, I don't know if it matters or not. I think I had like a one-hand slash whip, and it procs some type of poison or disease. I think it's a poison on the mobs. So I told him, I said, hey, I was playing these songs, but I also use this whip. I said, does that matter? And I linked him to the whip. He's like, oh, that's actually a good point. He said, that's possible. He's like, well, let me know if it happens again, because that could be a good starting point for maybe it's a bug there is causing something to happen. Something to do with me triggering, I guess, a dot and my song's playing in the zoning while the mob was taking the damage. I guess might have caused the crash, the server, not server, but the zone to crash. I'm assuming. I could be completely wrong. So he's like, oh, that's good. So he's like, all right, well, hey, keep me posted on what if anything weird happens. Sorry, I was trying to read and look at what I'm doing and talk at the same time. I was like, yeah, we'll do. So he said, hey, here's some buffs if you want them. If you don't want them, just take them off. So he gave me a bunch of buffs on both of my characters, and I was like, decked out for a good minute, almost a couple hours actually. Uh, Ran around and killed a bunch of things, got some good experience. But anyway, the whole point of me going on to that was that the GMs are very responsive. That was kind of cool that he showed up immediately. Now he could have been just chilling out in the game, he could have been talking, he could have been doing anything, but he showed up immediately and it's like, he said it. He's like, I don't do. There wasn't much going on, and I just happened to see it pop up, so I just came over here and see what's going on. I'm like, okay, well that's actually pretty dope that either you guys actually responsive like that. So, but anyway, I say all that to say the server's been really cool to me so far. I think when I first got on, I had a couple questions of like, what's the server like? Because I assumed you can get on here, I was gonna people will be well, they are multi-boxing, but people will be multi-boxing, not communicating, and then everybody just automatically level 50, and I started asking questions, and a few people responded. And they're like, oh no, yeah, you can box here, but you don't have to box here. I said, well, if I play solo, is that an issue? Like, will I get anywhere? I said, no. It's like one guy was actually said that he plays it at that himself. And I was like, okay, well, that's kind of cool. At least I don't have to depend on boxing in order to survive in this game, which made me like this game even more because it made me feel like I can. It made me feel like basically like P99 again with an update, but expansion basically. That's what I'm doing. I'm losing track of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find bags, and I don't know where. I know. What's his face? Demon Slayer. He comes over here and he buys these bowls, and I would buy them, but I see when he does it, he'll buy these mixing bowls, which the weight is great, capacity is great, size cap is great. But I don't know how he does it. And Dragon Slayer, if you see this video, man, I wish you would tell me how you do it. But when he opens his bags, they open up like bags. When he opens up the mixing bowl, it opens up like a bag. For me, it opens up like a mixing container. And the only way it looks like a bag is if I hit experiment. But every single one I had in my slot will open up like that. So every time I opened up, it had stuff inside it. I had to keep hitting experiment in order to change it back to the bag and see, you know, see my stuff. And on top of that, like, you know how you kind of grid your stuff out every time you open your bags open up in the same location, just like my inventory screen. Well, every time I did it, it would pop up over here on the top left. And it'll be the big old screen, and I have to change it, hit experiment, and I have to move it back over here and do whatever I want to do, or, wherever I need it to work at. And it was just a pain in the butt. But I saw what he did he would open it up and go on about his business like it's nothing. And I didn't understand what he did. Maybe there's some in the options that I'm not seeing. I don't know. But he managed to figure it out, and I was kind of curious to know what he did. But anyway, I'm sorry, I'm boring. I'm about to see you guys. Alright, you know what? Let me go find some bags, get some more bandages, get my other skill, and I'm going to get to grinding and trying to get myself some armor. I'll be right back. Okay, that took me a minute. I couldn't figure out where to go, so I went to Noctolis and got me a couple of bags. Playing knowledge, I went and got my skill. Throwstone, it only does 1 damage, but it's something I can practice. Again, combat ability is really cool. Almost like a spell book. You get your little skills here, and you add them to your little quick bar. When I hit throw, it does 1 damage, but it's good to practice for throwing. And with the corroded axe, I can click that and make a stack of throwing axes, and that's with these sticks here. And you can throw them in a pile. I'm not sure how many the max is, maybe 100. But I throw them in my little ammo slot, and I can throw axes. So anyway, I got that. One thing I didn't get was some bandages, but I think I'd be alright. I might not hang out here. I thought trolls had night vision, and maybe it's my display because I got my desktop display darkened because you know how the sunset feature comes on. So when it's dark outside, my screen gets dark. So that's probably what it is. But really can't see out here, and I don't like that. So I'm gonna make my way to somewhere with some light. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, because I don't like this. Is not gonna be cool. So let me go find somewhere else to go to. This is gonna be a pain in the butt trying to find somewhere else to go. And I don't want to go to Enthel Swamp. Maybe I can hang out on the moon. I'm not sure how Shiro will see me though. Well, let me see if I can get to playing knowledge again and see what happens. Alright, be right back. Alright, so I decided on Fill the Bones. I don't think I'm gonna get much for furs, but I can get some experience, and then I'll head off to what you call it, North Corona, and kill some animals out there. But in the meantime, yeah. So I killed the skeleton when I was running to the book in the Noctolis Forest, and that's where I got the sword from. So I got rid of my newbie sword, and I got a rusty two-handed sword, which is not really great, but the damage is nice, and all I can use is two-handed anyway, so all my weapon stats, at least speed-wise, at this level is going to suck anyway. So I'm not tripping on that. I just need the damage, because I hit them pretty hard, they die fast. And my throwing axe is pretty good too, so look at that, 50% of health. I wish it was always like that. I know by the time I hit like level 10, actually probably about level 10, mobs start having more hit points, and those axes don't do as much damage as they do at this level. It's not like I get I mean, I don't know if you get critical hits or not. That'd be kind of cool if you did. But anyway, I'm gonna rock this area for a little bit, try to get some experience. Let's see here. And I guess if I have any trouble, I can just head back to the book. I do need some silk. I think it'll give me silk. Hopefully I don't get that beetle too. Okay. Look at that. Almost 50% of his health. Berserkers are pretty cool, man. So slow. Definitely get a better weapon. If I can make some money, I'll get to the bazaar and see if I can buy something cheap. And I need to practice my bind wound when I get under 50%. I'm not really picking up their furs because it's taking up room for other things that might be worthwhile selling. Which I know earlier I said pick up everything, but I'm kind of like, yeah, there's more valuable stuff here. Like shields and stuff like that. Matter of fact, I think even the pincer will be more valuable. Practice that throw ability. Oh, this guy might kill me. He's smacking the mess out of me. Hitting him pretty hard. No. It's almost like I regen too fast. I actually practice bind wound, which I guess is not a bad thing. At least right now. I really wish Ixar can play Berserker. I kind of wish they changed the sitting animation too, or the way they position themselves. Like, why would a troll, like, alright, see on P99 or an earlier request, at least the Ixar would squat, which looks like something the lizard people would do. But on this server, all the females sit like this. And with the new models, they all sit like this. Like, why would a troll sit like, kind of like elegantly, you know? That doesn't make any sense. I kind of wish you would squat or they came up with different animations for the way they sit. And I can't stand the way that looks from behind. So annoying. Anyway, I'm just talking. Yeah. With mysterious spiders, but I don't like dying and coming back here to fight again. Scorpion. Sometimes I can get 2 of these axes thrown. Later on, I get there's one that kind of snares them a bit, so you have more chances to throw axes at them. And it keeps them from running away, because it's a snare. I think it's like leg break or something like that. Name of the skill, I mean. Look how hard I'm hitting. 18. It's a slow ass weapon, but I'm smacking a mess out of these things. Yeah, honestly, I didn't think I would like playing as a troll female berserker with these graphics, but it almost feels like I'm feeling the character. You know when you're playing the character and you're like, yeah, this is, the theme matches. Everything's in place. You feel good with the character. You're like, I look like the part. It feels like this is about right. She looks like a warrior, but kind of crazy looking. And I look like I am that strong. As strong as I am when I fight these mobs. I mean, with a Volshir, I felt Volshirs are cool looking. They look like they're fighters, almost like a more elegant barbarian. But this feels like savage. It feels right, I guess. I kind of like this. And again, I also feel more powerful at this level. As I get higher, I know I'm not going to be as strong. I mean, I might hit hard, but mob's going to hit just as hard or harder. And that's why I need other people to play with. That's why you need friends. We should see to become friends with Mixar and make this my new home. I'm definitely go to Peniel. I like Peniel. Erudite's are gonna love me. I do have a Shadow Knight Erudite I want to play. I'm playing, and I don't know if you noticed, but I like playing characters that most people don't like playing, or the race and class combination, but most people wouldn't like playing. And Erudite has horrible stats for a melee class, but they look so cool. And one, I am a black guy. I'm a black male, and I always thought the idea of the quote unquote black people in Everquest were like, there was something they were meant for intelligence. Like I don't remember. I might be getting the lore mixed up, but from my understanding, they're like humans, but they separated from them for intelligence or to seek out knowledge and stuff. And then within that, they split up again because some were seeking dark magic and some were seeking enlightenment and wisdom and stuff. Something like that. Now, I could be getting that all mixed up, but I like the idea that, I mean, I kind of wish there was you could still be a black human or whatever, it's regular human. But, I mean, that's fine. I don't want to make it a whole racist thing, but I think I like that. I like the idea of it wasn't, when they created the game, it was like they put black characters, elite characters that look like they're black, even if they're not, say they're not human, say I don't know what an erudite is, but say, they are another creature. The fact is, to me, they look like black people, and even the character designs like black people, and I thought it was kind of cool. Like they even have a unique, their default clothing is like robes and kind of like some type of shroud or something like that. It looks really cool. Their cities are really like mystical looking. I don't know. I guess they could have went a whole lot of different directions and made them like savages. They could have made them, and I don't want to make it like a racist thing, but they could have made them savages. They could have made them just like another black person or whatever. But they gave them an attribute that made them stand out and made them interesting. And for a game, it's only early 2000s when the game came out, or 1999. But the fact is that I like how they kind of had them separate like that. They were known for something. They would like every race has something special about them, and that's kind of like the Erudites. Really cool outfits, really cool classes they can be in, and made them unique. They had a unique home location, and I know all the races have something unique about them, but I just thought that was kind of cool. It just has I hate when I play games and they have like all the characters look like they're white or white. I don't want to say white, but they're like white features, I guess, so to speak. So you can make your character look Asian, kind of light skinned and have the long straight hair and ponytails or whatever. And if you do play a black character, they're always like a weird off black color, or they look like a white guy with black with a black skin tone. I don't know how to explain that. And maybe it's something that maybe just being a black man, that's something I just noticed. And again, I keep saying I don't want to make this about race. It's not about race. It's just, something I admire. It's something I liked about EverQuest, and something like sometimes you want to play a character that represents you or feels similar to you. And when I play Erudite, sometimes I feel like, yeah, like my people, like we like this, we like that, and I don't know. I mean, I'm putting a whole lot on it, but I don't know. I just thought they were kind of cool. It's unfortunate they're not, really good with armor and fighting and stuff like that. But that's fine. They don't have to be the best at everything. That's kind of cool. They're good with magic. Be wizards and stuff like that. They're not even good, clerics. Because their wisdom's not really that high. But they still look cool in armor, so that's a plus to me. Anyway, rant over. I wonder if somebody out there is like, well, yeah, I mean, I look like a troll, and there's, yeah, I feel like they represent me too. That's pretty jacked up. Nice white. Should probably run. Chop. Thank you. I can see now I'll be struggling with buying wound because my health is not going down that low. Which I don't have very much time to practice it. I was hoping to just get a bunch of fur. That was my plan. So get on here, get a bunch of fur, make some armor. I mean, I know it was gonna be right away, but I thought I would, get started on it so you guys can see it. But I don't think that's gonna happen. But it was an introduction video. I just wanted you guys to, just wanted to say, hey, I'm out here. I'm making some videos. I hope more people will see this, and come over and check out the server. If you're tired of P99 or you don't want to deal with the live servers, this would be a good alternative. Um, Again, no shade on P99. That'll always be my home. I love P99, but this is an alternate place to be at until the population's kind of even out a little bit. I kind of like it here. I'm gonna make this my home for a while. Um, it'd be just nice to see more people run around in these zones, and I don't know, just populating the place. Um, Again, I'm having fun. As you see, I've been killing things. I'm not like, flying through levels. It's almost as slow. I think it's slightly faster than P99, but it's slight. It's barely noticeable. You don't feel like you have to kill like 50 of a mob in order to level, which is kind of cool. But it's not like over the top where on the time I've been recording now for 48 minutes, and I'm level 2. I know I had to run around for a little bit, and I'm distracted by talking. But if it was like one of those other servers, I would have killed a couple things and been like level 5 already or something. So yeah, if you're looking for a modern, or not modern, but the EverQuest style of leveling, and you just need a break from P99, check out Wayfarers Haven. It's not too bad. And right now, it is 1 o'clock in the morning where I'm at. So, I mean, there's not a lot of people on the server. And a lot of people are boxing. And as you see, there's not much going on for conversation down here. But during the daytime, there's more traffic. I rarely see people running through the same zone. Right now, see, look. There's 365s in here in the zone. And you see a lot of that. But if we have more people over here, we'll have more low level run around doing things instead of, most likely this person is boxing. Most likely. But anyway, please come over to the server. We need people. We need people. Sorry. I'm not used to talking so much. My throat's kind of like, stop. So, anyway, that's my introduction video to my YouTube account. And I hope to keep uploading videos for you guys to check out. And maybe it'll keep me focused and stop being such an alcoholic. But I probably will make another character. And I'll make a whole series with the leveling process. I probably only do 2 different characters just to keep it simple. So I'll probably do this guy here, and then I might make. I want to do a shaman, but I might do a druid, like a healing class, in case I do decide to box later on. But I'm also tempted to do a shadow knight. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.